And we're live on YouTube. And we're live on Periscope. So to everybody out there, hello, Hola, Konnichiwa, Salaam, Ciao Namaste. Peace to all. This is the Pink Elephant in the Room conversation. And what we will be talking about for today about, is this who you are being? Is this who you are? How each action you take has a consequence. And understanding that consequence by what you desire. Not taking it as a negative or anything, but understanding it as a whole of its entirety. How important it truly is. And if you feel this resonates with you, don't hesitate to leave any hearts on Periscope or likes on YouTube. And don't hesitate to add on to the conversation. Say whatever is on your mind or what you feel to add on to it. That's both on YouTube and Periscope. Because I do love to hear your thoughts. And this is a discussion between all of us. No matter who you are, no matter where you're from. And without any further ado, we're going to begin with simply, is this who you're being? It doesn't matter if you're homeless on the street to someone who is trying to gain wealth, from someone who's trying to eat healthier, from someone who eats meat, from someone who desires more wisdom, from someone who desires more knowledge. Each step and action you take will have a consequence upon itself. And it's up to you to truly decide, is this who you are being in this very moment? Is this who you are? For example, I decided to go vegan because I cared about my health and I realized how important I care about animals. That animals are just like humans or any other living thing. They have a life and will of their own. And to treat them fairly is vitally important to me. And that is my action. Now, the consequence on that is not everybody's going to agree with me. Even if you lay down simple facts about certain things that are harming your body that might not work for you. And many people might not agree with you on that. Many people might think you're just talking crazy and everything like that. And so on and so forth. But that is the consequence I take for that. Another example of that would be the consequence of being awake to who you are as a person. When you are awake, many people will think of you as crazy because of the simple fact that, like many people, we are living in a world of lies and fairy tales, not willing to see what is so as so. We would rather, even when we look directly at it, we tell people it never happened or it doesn't exist and so on and so forth. This could be anything from any event you've seen on the planet to just simply everyday life. For example, I use this example all the time with domestic violence. For example, when a woman is harmed or raped or anything of that sense, many of them will deny for years, if not for an entire lifetime, that it ever happened instead of saying what so is so. Some will even go as far to blame themselves when it's not even their fault to begin with. And this is just one example of what I mean. This isn't just one area of what I'm talking about. We as a whole do this when we see something happening, when there is an event happening, or if someone is trying to explain something. Many of us will go on a rant believing that you're a conspiracy theorist and this and that. Because most of us don't want to do our own research. And we would rather take at face value what other people say instead of looking towards what we find, what we've researched, the facts that we found. But many of us would rather hear what other people say about something. Because everybody else said it, it must be true. Everybody said that about credit and taxes and debt. And yet none of those things are very true or important to your way of life of who you are as a person. But because it's been instilled for so long as a belief system, we believe it to be true. Even money is something that is instilled in us to believe, in a sense, is true. When you are awakened in a sense and you go past that ideal, many people won't know what to make of you. Many will think that what you were stating, in essence, is false, is a bunch of lies, or so on and so forth. And there are many masters who've been killed for the simple sense of giving the information that is important to grow people in everyday life. And many have not listened. And even for years, I didn't listen because of the simple fact that I couldn't remember who I was. So this is what's important about just simply knowing your actions and everything. Now, why is it important? Because of the fact that when you are asking yourself, no matter the situation, no matter the circumstance, is this who I am being in this moment in time? Whether it's being angry at someone in a relationship or having an argument with anyone for that matter. Whether it's cutting that person off in traffic. Whether it's helping that homeless person or not helping that homeless person. Whether it's eating meat or eating vegan. Whether it's shopping with the money you have or using it for food or using it to pay bills. Each action you take has a consequence, and why it's so important is because now it critically makes you think of what truly matters of who you are being at that point in time. Is this who you are being? If you cut off the person in traffic, is this who you're being? Someone who could cause an accident, or someone who could piss someone else off as well, creating road rage? Is that who you're being? Is this who you're being where you give a homeless person during the holidays, for example, money, but every other day it might be different? Where you don't really care so much because it's not the holidays. Is this who you're being? Is this who you're deciding to be in this moment in time? If you decide to be something more than that, if you're telling yourself that, well, I'd love to be more than that and this and that, then go for it. Know that it all starts with you first, no matter the circumstance or situation, period. But when you start with yourself first, understanding who you are as a person and notice the things you are doing, and asking yourself, and to everybody out there, please do tell me, what exactly are you being in today's day and age? Like, when I say that, I mean, what are some of the actions you are taking right now that lead up to what you're doing in life today? What are you being? For me, what I was being was someone who was angry at the world, blaming the world for all my problems and everything else. But what I didn't realize was that I am the cause of everything, not the effect. I'm not at the effect of everything. I am at the cause of everything that happens in my life. And the sooner you figure out that you are that cause of everything that you are doing in your life, the sooner you will realize and know how to affect your life in ways you desire. So it's up to you personally to change and shift that motion or better yet, that notion of what other people tell you, and decide, what do you desire to be in life? Do you desire to be the god, the goddess you are? Do you desire just to understand the real history of your world? Do you desire just to give good vibes out to everybody? Do you desire to change the world in ways unseen? Do you desire to create technology to help out others around you? Do you desire, on the other end, to hurt people and connive people? Do you desire, on the other end, to be cruel to people, give or take how they look, and so on and so forth? All of this is relative at the end of the day, but the question always will remain: is this who you are being? Remember that you're divine, you are amazing, you are beautiful. So, again, is this who you're being? And seeing the God, the goddess, and the creator within who you are. Remember, to know thyself is to know the creator within. And to everybody out there, have a good morning, have a great afternoon, and a fantastic evening. Namaste.